Sonosite S2 Base Assembly Breakdown. Welcome to Fujifilm Sonosite Service Training on the Sonosite S2. This series covers breakdown of the Sonosite S2 into its component service assemblies. In this video, we will show you how to break down the base assembly into its component assemblies. It is important that proper precautions are taken during servicing to protect the system and its internal components from electrostatic discharge. It is recommended that all work be performed on an ESD-safe mat and that a grounding strap be worn by whomever is performing the service. Always ensure the system is powered off and disconnected from AC before servicing. When reinstalling boards, ensure that the proper torque is applied and that screws are tightened in a crisscross pattern with power drivers set to low speed to minimize stress on the boards. For this portion of servicing the Sonosite S2, you will need a number 1 and number 2 Phillips screwdriver bits, a torque driver set to 5.5 inch-pounds, and a small flat blade screwdriver. You may find it helpful to use an ice cube tray to help keep screws and fasteners organized. To access the base assembly, first open the system and separate the base from the UI. See the S2 video opening the system and replacing the UI. Remove the 2 screws holding the power button board and disconnect the cable. Loosen the screw on the retaining bracket for the video cable and remove the bracket. When reinstalling the bracket, use the exposed wires as a relief loop and ensure the bracket only contacts the shielded portion of the cable. If your system is a single transducer connect (STC) system, remove the 4 screws securing the STC cover to the rear enclosure, then remove the STC cover. If your system is a dual transducer connect system, proceed to the next step. Remove the 9 screws securing the rear enclosure. Remove the 3 screws from the dock assembly. Remove the rear enclosure from the base assembly. To remove the dock assembly, disconnect the small and large flex cables and the video cable. Then pull the dock out from the main board. For an STC system, remove the 4 screws holding the nest frame assembly to the main board. If the nest frame is black, it can now be removed from the system. If the nest frame is not black, keep one hand under the nest frame while removing the screws to prevent the interposers from spilling out of the nest frame. For a DTC system, repeat the previous step for the second nest frame assembly. When reinstalling the nest frame, take care to align the larger alignment boxes in the correct holes to ensure proper mating of the nest frame. Otherwise, the system will not recognize that transducers are connected. Remove the 5 screws securing the STC or DTC board to the mid-frame. Disconnect the latch holding the DTC or STC board to the main board by lifting the latch lever and rotating it 90 degrees. If necessary, the latch assembly can be removed from the DTC or STC board by removing the 4 screws. Disconnect the fan connectors and remove the 4 screws securing the fans. The fans may then be removed. Remove the 10 screws from the digital shield. Note the location of the 2 shorter screws and of the spring screw assembly, if installed. Remove the digital shield and lift the power supply board and frame from the main board. Remove the nest frame assembly from the main board as before. Remove the 7 screws securing the main board to the mid-frame. If assistance with ordering parts or isolating repairs is needed, please contact Fujifilm Sonosite Technical Support.